Um, so you were saying that it is so important to stay aware of your thoughts,
Mm,
and
mm.
also I think educate yourself on how to deal with that. I think I would say personally it has played a very important part in my life
Mm,
to understand how your own body works. It's
mm,
quite
mm.
because I'm very certain that everyone, even you as a psychologist, having known, gained so much experience working with people, um, you have so much that goes on in your head all the time. We have.
Absolutely.
So I think one thing that's personally worked for me is to educate myself on how my body is.
Mm.
And
And I saw a question earlier. It just caught my eye, which was, how do I acknowledge my thoughts? Um, it is important to acknowledge your thoughts, absolutely, instead of kind of pushing them aside, and by not kind of allowing yourself to become more aware of what is going on in our mind, because it's not until we actually do address, face, and acknowledge our thoughts, we can then start to work to improve them and challenge them. There are all sorts of really, really brilliant self-help apps for mobile phones, as well as videos online. I mentioned YouTube earlier, where people can really help to continue to develop an awareness of your thinking, and it's identifying those, as I say, negative and unhealthy thoughts that can have such a powerful impact on how we feel. And as I mentioned earlier to one of our earlier questions, worry and anxiety feeds on itself. So we have a worrying thought or something that causes us to feel stressed or anxious. It grows and grows and grows until it becomes very, very big. It's important to somehow stop that wheel from turning round. And one way of doing that is bringing in healthy distractions. So by distracting your mind to do something different in that moment, it will kind of stop the anxiety from growing any bigger. And as I say, a distraction could be that relaxation, bringing in that some sort of calm to your mind. But yeah, acknowledging thoughts, and as I say, creating a daily journal or diary. It's not for everyone, but for some people that can be really helpful in sort of getting thoughts out of their head and onto the paper, and then being able to challenge some of those thoughts. If they are they necessarily important right now to be worried about? Is that something that everybody else might be feeling the same? Most probably. So it's okay to feel anxious or stressed, but it's what you do with that. It's making sure that you have more of a control over your feelings and emotions, rather than your emotions and your feelings have more of a control over you.
that is so important. I remember to someone in the last few days that it's so important that you have the driving wheel in your hands and you have the control over your mind, because it's part of your body.
Absolutely.
Your body is not inside your mind, so you have to remember that. And it's going to think what it's going to think. It's an organ that its job is to think. And from thinking, we are not going to be able to live our lives. But it's important to understand how to control it and sort of navigate it around, right? So making a very important point here, and I think that needs an entirely different discussion how to do it. It's so many different ways.
Absolutely.